Top cards to pick up before 2025. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. So we're going to start off over here with Sky Strikers. We're under a massive anticipation right now that we have more Sky Striker support coming because of the Yu-Gi-Oh! The animation, the Chronicles short anime that's coming out here. And of course, they just announced a whole bunch of more alt arts out here. Sky Striker in max rarity has kind of turned into the kind of holy grail at this point in time. You know, we have expensive rays. You know, the former Ultimates have been pushing down because they've been making more high rarity modern things. But this is one of those decks that you can kind of look at in terms of these rarity options. And you can kind of pick up whichever high rarity classification of cards that you're kind of wanting out here. The mix and match, it's kind of what's available to you here. But for the sake of collectability, for the sake of the current era highest rarity deck, I think that Sky Striker is it. Now, the reason why I'm putting this on the list of pickups heading on into the next year here is, you know, if we really got if we're going to give a Sky Striker core set some power-ups out here, there's going to be a lot of people kind of looking around just kind of in awe that Sky Striker continues to be pummeled into the ground with all this new support and all this new excitement. I'm not surprised that Konami is looking to do something like this, but if you're able to see down the pipeline here and you can see that a new set or there's going to be new cards supporting these themes out here, then yes, you need to be aware of this. All right. I don't know what they can give to Sky Striker to put the deck back on the map because unfortunately, it is kind of showing a little bit of its time out here. We've definitely learned that Sky Striker was a better utility engine than having it be combined with its own cards usually. And I mean, looking at the Malice side of things in the TCG, you know, Widow Anchor, Engage, and Hornet Drones all make for good utility options to basically be able to play the game. Fallen of Albaz. Oh man, where do I even start with this one? The fact that Albaz checks marks right now to be getting support is very amazing to me. The problem here, though, is Branded Fusion was the deck. Branded Fusion still is going to be that card that we need to resolve out here, and you can give them more main deck monsters, I'm sure, to try to do other things, maybe expose the deck to maybe other rarity schemes, because, I mean, we had Lulu Walleth, but, like, you never really got to do a lot of things with Lulu Walleth, and technically the story's done out here, but they want to make more pieces to this, or at least, you know, maybe an ultra-powered Fleur-de-Lis or something like that. You know, we're going back to the beginning of the story, so, you know, they are able to kind of give some new power-ups and some new excitement to those particular sides of things, which would be cool. You know, I would very much, instead of alt arts, I would love just genuine retrains of these cards so that, you know, we can actually do some things with them. You know, another The Fallen of Albaz, another card that is treated as The Fallen of Albaz with a different effect than the current Fallen of Albaz we have, I think would be super exciting, actually. You've got to look at the level of creativity and things that they can do underneath that flagship of branding. But it's very apparent right now that Konami has said, hey, you know, the next set is going to have Fallen of Albaz, and it's going to have Sky Striker support in it, basically, by saying the animation Chronicles is going to be tied into future booster packs. So, while the writing's on the wall, we got to strike while the iron is hot and be prepared for any possibility of this. We have no idea how many cards or, you know, what's going to happen with this, but it's enough that we got to be aware. Magistus. I point this out every single time because the current manga is Magistus, and it is very apparent that Konami wants you to have an interest in Magistus cards. The problem with Magistus cards, though, is they are very, very dated out here. The Magistus stuff, there will be a time where Konami, I think, is going to go through, and they are going to create some very ignorantly powered cards for Magistus. My fingers, they're crossed. I believe in this. We do have a really cool Crowley card coming in the future, which basically allows itself to still be Alistair the Invoker. But the problem is, the way that Magistus cards were designed, they were meant to be like their own standalone theme, but the problem is they made other cards that stemmed out of it. They were the base lore that was built off of other themes existing. Like they branched out, you know. So Konami was like, we're going to narrow down the vision, make these cards, and they were very, very limited in their capabilities. So unless we're going to go through and we're going to make some very broken cards and give these cards a chance to actually shine, which is a possibility. I mean, we're up to our 19th line of Sky Striker support out here. So I think that the door is open for the idea of this. And if Konami's going to continue to do these side stories and they're going to be pumping us out, we're going into like this war arc out here with this, and they're going to expand this story so much further than it already is, then yes, there will be more Magistus cards. There will be. I mean, Premium Pack 2026 was slated to probably have more support for this. All right, we are far from done right now, everybody. So keep your wallets open while looking at Magistus cards as maybe just like a little peek through over time, because it's definitely going to be there. Evil Twins. All right, so high rarity Evil Twin stuff has already gone batshit bananas. That's not changing right now. We are expecting some probably reprints because the TCG still does not have the alt arts for this. I'm expecting probably in Quarter Century Stampede will be where we are going to get the Magistus or the Evil Twin power up, beautiful alt arts out here. With that being said, though, do you need to rush out and pick up, you know, the littler forms of the Evil Twin stuff? You know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the D100 here tells me that there might be a possibility of them not reprinting them all. If they are going to do the two alt arts, then that means that they're going to pummel the two Link 2s into the ground. But then that would be another double reprint of the base forms. And the Kishi's to Kill base form is already a $5 card. The problem is you can... That card's the only expensive one. The good news is, I mean, like, picking up the Evil Twin core itself is only like $30. You're not spending a lot of money on that. They already reprinted the Link 2s once. Them doing another reprint to push them further into the ground, I think, would be a very, very good thing. We just gotta kind of be patient and see where they're gonna go with this. The Evil Twin support, I don't think, was very strong. The Link one's fantastic. It's just interacting with the older support to try to push this deck over the edge isn't necessarily going to win bonus points. Like, oh boy, if your opponent buy steals your monster out of the graveyard now, well, congratulations. You know, we're getting somewhere in terms of value. But fan favorite deck, waifu tax, higher rarity stuff that people can actually pick up and enjoy. Yeah, that checks all of the marks for excitement as for this community just kind of molding at the mouth, wanting some powerful stuff. And then Signer Dragon retrains. I know a lot of you have already seen that we have now completed the 6 Signer Dragon upgrades. That means that maybe now is the time to actually have these. Because you got to remember, there was a whole group of people out here that collected all these Ghost Rare dragons. All right, they're like, oh, you know, we have all the base form original dragons available in Ghost Rare for collectability. We have them all. So now that all the Signer dragons have gotten these new forms, maybe it's the time to pick these up, set them aside for your collection, just to see what you can do. Because looking back maybe 5-10 years down the road out here, maybe those particular cards are going to be worth something. Maybe you're going to regret not picking up maybe one of them in a Starlight Rare out here to have, or, you know, the quarter century version of it. I don't really know. I just wanted to point this out and go, hey, we're seeing similarities out here from past collectibles that, you know, you've got these 6 dragons that are incredibly powerful, very incredibly niche, very awesome for the player base, and they've gotten new forms and new retrains, which means maybe you're nostalgic to these. Maybe you want to pick these up for collectability just to enjoy them so that you can have these. You never really know in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! These sorts of things, I love having the opportunity to have collectibles, even if it's a more niche thing like those. But if you were around for the 5Ds era, you know what I'm talking about in terms of collectability with these things. So that is our list of things to be picking up heading on into 2025. I know it's a lot of things that you'd be expecting, a lot of future support, and just some collectability in general. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.